Hey everybody, this is another update video for this homework on section 9.3. This is testing the difference between two means using hypothesis tests and confidence intervals. We were doing some in class today and realized the formula they're expecting you to use for the confidence intervals is actually using an unpooled or assuming difference in variations, which is the slightly different calculation for the degrees of freedom. So I want to make sure you know how to do this and then explain how we'll do it on the test. So I've got number 5 here, and this is very typical of section 9.3. They're saying, is there a difference between proctored and non-proctored tests, the average test scores? So our null hypothesis is, nope, they're the same. Our alternative is that the non-proctored averages are higher. So this is actually a one-tailed test. And to calculate this t-statistic, you use you can use the formula we use, which is mu. I'll just go ahead and pull it up here. So if we're doing difference between two means, it's right here. So we would just take the difference between the two averages minus the difference in the populations. We're assuming they're 0. The difference is 0 because we said they're equal. And this is the calculation for that standard error, which is the standard deviation squared divided by the sample size plus the other standard deviation squared divided by the sample size and the square root of that. And that's how you get your t-statistic. And almost everybody's having no problems getting that. So they're getting, this negative 3.43. They can type that in right in their t calculator and get a p-value that's extremely small, less than 1%, tenth of a percent chance, which means we would reject the null. It's definitely less than 0.05. There is a lot of evidence to support the claim that that the test averages are going to be higher for the non-proctored exams, which means they're probably cheating. So that's all good. Almost everybody's able to get this far, do the hypothesis test. Now, they're asking you to do a confidence interval as well. And when you do the confidence interval, there's options to pick pooled and unpooled. So I'm actually going to show this right here under my math lab. So if you go under stat and then under t-statistics, stat t-statistics 2 samples, you'll pull up something like this. Okay, and what I've got here is I just typed in the sample mean, standard deviation, and sample sizes for both groups. You can see the average for the proctored was about 75. The average for the non-proctored is almost 89. So by default, they pool the variances. What they're saying here is, since we don't know if the deviations are equal or not, we're going to unpool the variances, which gives us a slightly different calculation. So for your homework, make sure you're selecting unpooled. Don't have that check mark. Leave it unchecked. And then what's interesting is also originally it's a 0.05 is your significance level, and it's one-tailed, which means if we were going to draw a picture of that, that would be 5% in each tail, which actually gives us a 90% confidence interval. 5% in each tail, 90% in the middle. And then if we just hit compute here, there it is. There's the 90% confidence interval for the true difference in test scores. And notice they're both negative, which verifies, there's something going on here. There's a difference between proctored and non-proctored tests. So I just want to update you on that. You're going to need to use StatCrunch on section 9.3, and you're going to want to uncheck that box. Again, make sure you uncheck, I'll go here, edit, uncheck the box that says pooled variances. And obviously you can use StatCrunch to do the hypothesis test to calculate the t-statistic too. So I'll actually just do that right now and hit compute, and there is that t-statistic and p-value. So hope that helps. Email me if you have any questions, and this is going to be posted as an announcement to everybody over section 9.3. And remember, all the sections on means is due on Monday. That would be the 7th. So talk to you later.